Hi, this is Paul. I wanted to make a video. Last week I made a video after the events in Florida with the Florida shooting, with the unfortunate another school shooting in Florida, and how I said nothing. I don't think anything would happen, but I think something amazing has happened. Actually, we've actually seen students organize and actually march on the Florida Capitol, even though the idiots in Florida, and I think in Parkland, they wouldn't allow a vote on gun debate on guns. They wouldn't even allow it to bring it up. I think they passed a thing about saying porn is dangerous. But the students were there. They made their voices heard, and they're marching on. And they even marched to Washington. And President Trump had a listening party where where he listened to people, victims, actual victims of gun violence and stuff, and school shootings and stuff, and actually heard them, say that you got to take action. Okay, that no more. They're not gonna let this go. Okay, I know the NRA probably hoping this would blow over, but I don't think it will. And for the first time, I'm really hopeful that something is going to happen. That these kids are not going to let it go. I see a strength in their eyes. These kids out there organizing, and okay, they went to Washington and they march on the legislation, and they're going to make their voices heard. And a lot of these kids are going to be 18. Okay, by the time the elections come up, they're going to be 18 and they're going to vote. If they take no action, they're going to vote a lot of these politicians out, and they're not having it anymore. And I applaud them for their courage, and they're actually going out there and making their voices heard. Okay, and and hopefully the president does something and doesn't just pay them lip service. Okay, you actually restrict some and enforce some common sense you know gun legislation, and not just give them lip service and just pander to them. Okay, and I hope they listen. I hope these politicians are shaking in their boots, because about time they actually listen. And I love the enthusiasm of these young people. They're not having it. Okay, they're organized and they're doing it. Even I know that why I know it's effective, because these crazy right wing guys are coming up with these conspiracy theories, trying to attack them, saying that that this is these kids are not they hired actors to come out there to make speeches and stuff, and that they're not they're being funded by George Soros and all this stuff, trying to discredit them. But no, they're not. The voters, they won't be discredited. Okay, and they won't be ignored. Okay, and it just I hope, and now I'm actually hopeful that something will happen, because I think they will vote them out. I think that there's going to be concerted effort. Okay, all these 18-year-olds that are going to turn 18 and be allowed to vote. Okay, they're going to vote these politicians out of office if they don't come up with some common sense gun, you know, gun, restrictions on guns and stuff. Because I mean, that's the first step. President Trump was saying, oh, well, maybe we should arm. That's the dumbest idea ever. Arm the teachers. Oh, your answer to more school shootings is to put more guns in hands. That's retarded. Okay, that makes no sense. Okay, you got to restrict access to these weapons of war. Okay, that's the first step. Okay, no person unless they're a soldier should have an AR-15. Okay, you should have these weapons that are meant for the battlefield. Okay, no civilian should have access to those. And of course, don't he actually cut aid to mental health? Okay, and you want to cut aid to mental health, and now you want to talk mental health facility? That's the easy way to try to say, oh, we're going to put more money into mental health. No, you got to also do that, but also enact common sense gun restriction. Okay, and you gotta reduce the number of guns. There's no getting around that. Okay, no trying to camouflage it and say, oh, that's not the answer. That the answer is more guns. That's retarded. That makes no sense at all. You gotta restrict the guns. That's the easy. That's common sense. Okay, that, and of course you do mental health evaluation to get these kids that are at risk, and thinking of doing that, and individuals too, beyond just regular kids too, besides kids. But now I feel with these kids actually involved in it, actually coming out and actually making their voices heard, and not sitting up and shut, and not a lot of these politicians are hoping, oh, they'll get tired of this and eventually they'll go away. I don't think so. What I've seen today, these kids are not getting tired, and they're not giving up. Okay, and they're going to hold these politicians accountable. Okay, and come November, when the midterm elections comes, and all these senators that are taking the NRA dirt, their blood money, okay, they're going to get voted out. I really truly believe that. I believe there's a movement afoot. Okay, and these students are not having it anymore. Okay, and I applaud it, and that just makes this country great that we get these young people, they're engaged in this, and I really feel for the first time that something actually is going to happen. We're going to get some common sense gun control, gun, you know, reform. I actually think we're actually going to get something done. Okay, because these chicken-esque politicians are going to be scared for their lives, their political lives. They're going to be scared. They're going to be voted out of office. So they're going to have to. They're going to have to do something. And I pray that it's working. Again, my heart goes out to those kids out down in Florida and their families and stuff. And I saw on the news, with the people victims of gun violence and stuff in Sandy Hook and Columbine, talking to the president in the Oval, in the room. I forgot which room it was, but in the White House, talking about their experiences, and that father was saying that I'm never going to see my daughter again, and just it broke my heart for him. He's basically, and that mother I think from Sandy Hook sitting there, that she lost her son, and she's sitting there. That you got to do something. Okay, no more letting, our lives are worth something. Okay, this is our kids and stuff. You got to do something. Okay, you can't just keep taking this blood money and not doing anything. Okay, you got to do something. Okay, and I think for the first time something is going to get done, because these politicians are going to be scared to death that they're going to get voted out. Okay, and I think that's the only way you have to challenge them, because that's the only way that they're going to listen to you. If you take their jobs away from them, or you threaten to take their jobs, that's the only way they'll get off their asses and do something. Okay, and I actually feel hopeful about it. Which last week I wasn't feeling hopeful, but these students, they really move me with their drive and their energy and their guts to go out there and put themselves on the line, saying that we're holding you accountable. They're holding these politicians accountable. Okay, and I love it, and I applaud them. That just makes me proud to be an American, and proud of those kids. They're not going to let it go, and I actually feel good about it now for once, that we'll get common sense gun reform. Anyway, let me know what you think. Feel free to leave comments down below. Let me know if you're hopeful, like I am now. I'm actually hopeful now. And let me know what you think. Feel free to leave comments down below. I have links to my social media in the description box, my Facebook, my Twitter, and my Instagram in the description box, as well as my main channel, Trade Pastor. Follow the link. And this is Paul saying so long and take care.